That's good. Detention Center. Claudia, you joining us?
All right. You can go run over see what I find.
Not yet.
Okay.
Johnston. Johnston.
Morning, Judge.
How are you? Which one's
Good. So I don't know if it's written on there, but Mr. Johnston has 66 days back time credit, or 67, I believe.
I will look. $68.
Okay.
That work?
I mean, I knew it was enough to cover this. He's got a pending connected felony, so he's in there for at least another 20 some days while we wait for a 90-day.
Okay. All right, Mr. Johnston, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Is your true name Timothy Gerald Johnston?
Yes, sir, it is.
And you understand in this case you are charged with criminal trespass?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. And have you had enough time to go over this case with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it looks like you and your attorney worked out a plea agreement for 45 days in jail with credit for at least 68 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney's online with us right now?
Yes, sir, I do, Your Honor.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes, sir, that's fine.
Right. To the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Accept your plea, guilty, find you guilty, sentence you to 45 days in jail. You'll get credit for at least 68 days. On this charge, you'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a
See ya.
good weekend.
You too.
All right. Bye. Bye, Claudia.
All right, there's that one. Now we have who are other plea? Would Kyle? Nail's not on yet. Kyle's on.
He has the plea and 1700.
Right. Yeah. I'll do his plea for right now and then we'll see where we are.
He's got 2 cases, 10 days,
10 days, 185. Is it Whitman? Yes, sir. Okay. Can we have Whitman, please?
Whitman.
If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Okay.
Is your true name Gary Lee Whitman?
Yeah, correct.
And you understand you have 2 cases pending. One charges you with failure to ID. What's the other charge? And the other one charges you evading arrest. You understand that?
Yeah.
And you and your attorney worked out plea agreements for 10 days in jail with credit for at least 185 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And do you also understand that we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney's online with us right now?
Yeah.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. To each of these charges, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Accept your plea guilty in each case, find you guilty in each case, sentence you to 10 days in jail in each case. You'll get credit for at least 185 days in each case. You will be time served on each case as of right now, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, I will talk to my lawyer later, but.
Okay. Good luck. Thank y'all.
I'll do a video visit with you later, Gary.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Kyle, you still have a mental health hearing, but I think we have one more plea we want to try and get out of the way, but I don't think the other attorney's on there yet, so I might just jump in and do the mental health hearing.
However you want to handle it, Judge.
Okay, let me do this paperwork real fast and we'll see where we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the mental health. Who's your mental health client?
Christy Hooks, Your Honor.
All right. This is Christy Hooks, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I have a copy of the mental health assessment, I believe. Let me make sure. And did you want to call your client to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you wouldn't, Ms. Hooks, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got to talk real loud because the court reporter is taking down everything you say, okay?
Yes, sir.
Christy, if you're allowed and comfortable with it, why don't you take your mask off? If not, leave it on, but it might be easier to understand if we can see your mouth. Now, you and I talked last week about a mental health bond. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at that time, you told me about your mental health background. Do you recall that as well?
Yes, sir.
Can you kind of tell the judge what your mental health diagnosis is?
Major depression with reoccurring at any time, PTSD.
You got to talk real loud because the court reporter can't understand you.
Major depression disorder with reoccurring at any time and PTSD.
And do you normally, when you're not in custody, do you normally take medication for those conditions?
Yes, sir.
And what do you normally take?
Olanzapine.
Lansopin? And any other prescriptions?
No, sir.
You had previously mentioned Zyprexa to me. Is that the same thing as Lansopin, or is that something else you take
The olanzapine is a generic.
of Zyprexa? Okay. And have you been receiving that medication while you've been in jail?
No, sir.
And were you up to date on it at the time you were arrested?
No, sir. I've been trying to hold on to them
Okay.
so I could get some more.
Okay. How long have you not been compliant completely with it?
Probably give or take. I got them back in November, so probably I've been trying to space them out since December, probably sometime.
Okay. And have you noticed a difference?
Yes, sir.
And you understand if Judge Baxter grants you this mental health bond and your treatment provider prescribes those or other medications to you, that it'll be a condition of this bond that you take those as prescribed, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever received any kind of mental health treatment other than medication?
I was in Green Oaks Mental Hospital for a suicide attempt. And then Life Path.
When did you last see Life Path?
Back in November after an ex tried to kill me.
Okay. And when were you in Green Oaks?
October 23rd of 2019.
Okay. If you're released on this mental health bond, where would you live?
I would stay with a friend until my parents moved back towards this way at the end of the month.
All right. Where do your parents currently live?
Gainesville.
All right. And are they moving back to Collin County, or do you know?
I'm not for sure. Probably like Denton or Arlington, maybe.
All right. And where are you going to live for now then?
With a friend named Matthew Martin.
All right. And he lives in Dallas County, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And your Miss Fox is working to get you set up with MetroCare to receive services. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you understand they function somewhat like LifePath, that they're gonna have recommendations for you, and you're gonna have to follow those as well, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you gonna get to and from MetroCare and to and from the court to do your bond check-ins?
By my friend Matthew until my parents get back up this way.
And Matthew has agreed to do that.
Yes, sir.
Do you receive any kind of disability like Medicaid or SSI for your mental health issues?
Not yet, sir.
Have you started the process of applying for it?
I just got told that MetroCare can help me with that.
I'm sorry, MetroCare what?
Can help me with that, get that going.
They can help you with it, with applying?
Yes,
okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Hooks. My name is Kate Harrison, and I'm a prosecutor for Collin County, and I just have a couple questions, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you're going to live with a friend named Matthew Martin. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he lives in Dallas?
In Irving.
in Irving. Okay, who is Mitchell Martin to you?
Just a friend he was. Just a friend.
Just the
Not
friend?
even
Okay.
friend anymore.
Okay, and you were staying at his home at the time you were arrested, right? Mitchell Martin?
I had just gotten there that Monday night. I was gonna be helping him out with some jobs, and then I was gonna go.
Okay, now is Mitchell Martin in any way related to Matthew Martin?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so they're two different people, not brothers, nothing like that.
No, nowhere related.
Okay, and then who is Brandy Sandal to you?
She was a friend also.
And was she staying in the home as well when you and she and Mitchell were all arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're not going to be seeing her, right? If you're released on a bond?
No, ma'am. I
Okay.
just had to go get my purse and my wallet and what belongings I have. That's it.
Are those belongings still at the home or are they with you in property at the jail? Do you know?
They're at their home.
Okay. All right, pass the witness.
Anything else from this witness?
Just one quick question, Your Honor. Christy, is there somebody that can go by there and get that stuff for you where you don't have to go?
I can probably get Matthew to do it. Drop me off somewhere and then he can go. As long as I can get a hold of somebody, if anybody's able to get into the house.
And you understand Judge Baxter may very well order that you not have any contact with Brandy Sandal or Mitchell Martin, right?
That's fine. Yes, sir.
And you're okay with that?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness.
Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Does the defendant rest?
Yes, Your Honor, we rest.
And does Dave have anything else to offer?
I'll just read in the criminal history if that's okay.
Okay.
On July 17th of 2020, the defendant was arrested for possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 1, greater than 1 gram, less than 4 grams. We don't have any further court data on that. And then we have this most recent arrest in March. That concludes the reading of the criminal history. The state rests and closes.
Any argument from the state?
Your Honor, we'll defer to the court on this, but would ask that there's a no contact be added for Mitchell Martin and Brandy Sandal. And I can spell those Sandal at least if you need it.
I do. Mitchell Martin. Is it Brandy?
Yes.
SAN?
DAHL.
Okay. All right, Ms. Hooks, I'm gonna go ahead and give you bonds on these cases, and you will be ordered to stay away from these two people.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you show up somewhere and they're there, you got to leave. That's just the way it works. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And if your medical providers decide you need inpatient treatment somewhere, you're gonna need to go to inpatient treatment. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They very well may decide that. That may be something that comes up down the road. But what will happen is you'll be on bond. You'll have to call Tony every week. Tony's on the screen with us right now, and she'll talk to you here in a minute. You need to come see me once a month. Expect to be drug tested when you come see me, okay? And we're gonna try and keep you clean for the pendency of your criminal case, okay?
Yes, sir.
And did you want to talk to her real fast, Tony?
Please. Christy, my name is Tony Fox. I'm the case manager for the mental health bond. When you get released, you will find a folder in your property, and that folder will have my card in it. I need you to call me tomorrow morning so we can discuss what you need to do immediately after release, okay? So call me tomorrow, let me know that you made it home okay, and we can discuss what needs to be done next, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And any help you need, make sure they know you need help with whatever it is, because we're going to assume you're doing okay if you're not asking for help. If you if you see you're having drug problems again or whatever, get help before it's too late, okay?
Yes, sir.
I will see you probably sometime next month.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Judge.
Kate, I'm going to do a quick plea real fast. I think they're probably on. Okay. Yeah, she's there. We'll do it real fast and we'll be right back. Mental health hearings, okay? What's the name on? Yeah.
It's Jesse Davis.
We have Jesse Davis.
Yes, sir.
Are you Jesse Davis?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good morning.
Are you? If you would, Mr. Davis, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so you got.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name Jesse Bernard Davis?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand in this case you're charged with assault?
Yes, sir.
And have you had enough time to go over this case with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney is online with us right now?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of assault, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Accept your plea of guilty, find you guilty, sentence you to 30 days in jail. You'll get credit for at least 73 days. You'll be time served as of today, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir.
All right, good luck.
All right.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Judge.
See ya. All right, now we need stuff, is that right? All right. Are you Eric Stoff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your attorney's not completely hooked up yet. Can you hear us now?
Yes, hi.
All right. This is Mr. Stoff.
Hello. We've met.
And I figured you had. I had not met. Man. All right. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to consider that for the purpose of this hearing. And did you want to call your client?
Yes, please.
All right. If you would, raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, stuff you got. You got to talk loud. I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there we go. There you go. All yours.
Will you please state your name for the record?
Eric Jeffrey Stuff.
And you're in Collin County Jail for a second-degree felony of assault with a deadly weapon. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you ever been diagnosed with a health or mental health issue in the past?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your diagnosis?
Bipolar schizophrenic.
Okay. And have you received medication for that diagnosis in the past?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you got to speak real loud.
Yes, sir.
So how old were you when you were first diagnosed with a mental health illness?
I'm 12 years old. I was 12 years old.
And have you been getting treatment for that ever since you were 12?
Yes, ma'am.
And so are you taking any medications while you're in jail?
Yeah, I've been taking this.
Do you know what they are?
I think it's lithium and I think Prozac.
Okay. Have you ever been to Life Path?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And any other places that you've gone recently to receive mental health treatment?
Green Oaks. Been to Wichita Falls. I've been to,
In addition to taking medication, do you have any counseling or anything like that that you do for the issues?
counseling. I only took counseling when I was about 15, 14 years old.
Okay.
But after that, I haven't.
Can you say that again, sir?
Only when I was little, when I was about 15.
Okay.
I took counseling. And now it's really,
But not now?
yeah.
Okay. So the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not you can get out on bond, or actually a bond where you don't pay any money, and wait for your case while you're outside of jail, but you have to fulfill certain conditions and get treatment for your mental health issues. If the judge were to let you out, do you have a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is that?
With my mother.
With your mother? Or I thought you were staying with your sister.
Oh, my sister, yeah, my sister Jessica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, looking at some of these documents I have that you can't see, it looks like it's the same address in which you were living where you got arrested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So the complaining witness in the case is your son. Does he still live at that address?
Yes, sir. Well, no, he stays there just at times, but I don't know how this happened, but that's what, I mean, I was in the hospital while they said this problem happened here. I was in the hospital. I got released the other day from Green Oaks in Dallas. I mean, not Green Oaks, no, Green Oaks in Greenville. That's how this problem occurred. I mean, I was in Green Oaks. That's what I'm trying to figure out, why I'm even here if I didn't even do nothing really.
Okay, well, regardless of that, like until we can sort that out later, you're not to have any contact with him.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to have any contact.
And are you confident that you can accomplish that you can stay away from him?
Yeah, I could accomplish that. More likely.
Okay, and so if you were to get out on bond, you would also have to go to Life Path and get treatment, take medication if required, see any professional health or health professional to determine what treatment you need. Who is going to take you to those appointments?
My mom. She's usually the one that takes me. It's my mom and my sister.
Okay, so you have transportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have? I'm sorry. We can only talk one at a time, and I keep talking over you. I apologize because the court reporter is typing what we say. So I'll try to make sure that you're done talking. Sorry. Would you also have access to a telephone or a cell phone?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if you see on your screen, but there's a lady with glasses and a purple shirt. Her name is Tony Fox. You would be required to check in with her on the phone once a week. Would you be able to accomplish that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you may have to check in with the court once a month, but whatever the rules are, do you feel like you have the capability to follow those rules?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness.
State, have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Stoff. My name is Kate Harrison, and I'm a prosecutor with the Collin County DA's office. I just have a couple questions for you, okay? And if you could just speak up, I have some road noise. If you could just speak up a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Now, you recently went to, is it Glen Oaks? Is that where you recently were?
Yeah, I was in Glen Oaks and Greenville. Yes.
Glen Oaks in Greenville. And why were you there?
I've been sick the whole time I was at the house. I've always been sick, so I walked off and I go to the hospital. I usually go to either here, I go to one in Dallas.
Yeah, you have to talk closer to that computer because we can't understand.
Yes, I usually go to here, the one in Dallas. I usually go to the one in McKinney. I usually walk to go to the hospital. I sit, take walks.
Okay. So you walk to the hospital, and when you say you're sick, what will you describe that for the court?
I was just feeling ill in the house. I get ill real quick, so that's all it really is. I stay ill.
Okay. And when you say you stay ill at the house, is that the house where your mom lives?
Yeah.
Is that home located at 1103 West Leland Avenue?
Yeah. She
Okay. And that's the home where if you're released, you plan to go stay there, correct?
Huh? Yeah, that's where I plan to stay. Yeah.
Now, you said your son stays there sometimes.
He usually comes by, but that's just what him and his girlfriend and his family does. They usually do, but I don't know how he got me into this trouble.
Okay. So it sounds like your son lives primarily with his girlfriend, but will come see.
They stay there, or they'll stay at my uncle's house, and then they usually stay around.
Okay.
They stay there at my uncle's, or they stay at the house of the bars. But
Now, you said that when you're sick at home, you'll walk to a hospital. Do you let people know where you're going, or do you just go immediately?
no, I just walk off, and then I go to the hospital, and I call an ambulance and I wind up there, just because I can't sit in a foundation the way this is. It gets so sturdy, and I wind up not being able to handle it.
So you need to talk real loud and get real close to that computer.
I said I can't handle it in places like this because it bothers me. So that's why I can't stay in some place where it's not sturdy.
Okay. All right. I'll pass the witness.
Anything else from this witness?
No, sir.
Does the defense rest?
Yes.
And does the state have anything else to add?
Yes, Your Honor. We offer State's Exhibit 1 into evidence.
Is it the police report?
Yes.
No objection.
And I've reviewed it.
And then may I please read in the defendant's criminal history?
Yes.
On September 13th of 1997, as a juvenile, the defendant was arrested for assault causing bodily injury. He pled true to that and was adjudicated and placed on 6 months of probation. On October 13th of 1998, as an adult, the defendant was arrested for assault causing bodily injury. Family member. It looks like the family member was waived, so he was convicted of assault causing bodily injury. He was sentenced to 6 months confinement, probated for 2 years. On February 28th of 1999, I apologize, those charges were dropped. On October 13th of 2000, the defendant was arrested for criminal mischief greater than $1,500, less than $20,000. He was convicted of that offense and sentenced to 6 months confinement. On April 4th of 2001, the defendant was arrested for criminal mischief greater than $500, less than $1,500. He was convicted of that offense and sentenced to 60 days jail. On July 24th of 2004, the defendant was arrested for terroristic threat. He was convicted of that offense and sentenced to 60 days in jail, probated for 1 year. On June 13th of 2011, the defendant was arrested for assault causing bodily injury. He was convicted of that offense and sentenced to 33 days in jail. Out of that same incident, he had an additional count of assault causing bodily injury and was sentenced to 33 days in jail. On October 22nd of 2014, the defendant was arrested for theft of property greater than $50, less than $500. He was convicted and sentenced to 120 days in jail, suspended for 120 days. That probation was revoked and he was sentenced to 20 days in jail. On April 29th of 2019, the defendant was arrested for indecency with a child by exposure. That was dropped down to indecent exposure, and he was convicted of that offense, sentenced to 30 days in jail. And then we have the present arrest in March. That concludes the reading of his criminal history. The state rests and
Any argument from the state?
Your Honor, we're going to oppose his release on a mental health bond due to his extensive history that includes multiple convictions for assault. And he also had a terroristic threat conviction. Also, the nature of this offense, he stabbed his son in the shoulder. And I have concerns about his release back into the home where this offense occurred. He also just testified that when he leaves, he walks off really without telling anybody is what it appears to be. So for those reasons, the state opposes his release.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of good cause for not giving him a bond, and the code doesn't require I give him a bond because of the assaultive nature of the offense. So I'm not going to give a bond this time. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carla.
Thank you.
See ya.